that a trans woman can be pregnant or can get pregnant. What he actually said regarding the thin blue line flag. Is to plod or not to plod? In central London today, which is the 8th of July, you've got...
We're in central London, 8th of July Trans Pride weekend. Just a week after the main Pride parade, the city is filled again. But this time, the Auditor's not here to protest, he's here to talk.
Trans Pride. So last weekend you had Gay Pride, and now this weekend you've got Trans Pride. And so to a lot of people it's, are they pushing an ideology or are they not? And this is what it's about, and then seeing whether or not the authorities are actually going along with that ideology. So I do know that there's a copper over here.
Right away, he spots an officer near the crowd and asks a fair question. Why no pride colours on your lapels today? The response? Polite, but vague. We haven't been told. Maybe personal choice.
So let's take a wander over and see what he has to say about it. And I think that's all I can sort of really do. So, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, not bad, not bad. What is this? Is this the event Trans Pride? Okay, cool. Okay. Now I can see that you haven't got the coloured lapels that
I'm doing my job, buddy. I've got.
Yeah, I know you're doing your job, but I'm also engaging with you while you're on duty.
But I've been given a task to do.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. But surely I can ask you a couple of questions.
One or two, then I'll get back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I can see that you haven't got the lapels on. Yeah. Okay. Which is cool. Was that something that was your choice or higher up?
Then comes the key question. Do you agree with the Commissioner banning the thin blue line badge? The officer instantly shuts down, I'm not giving my opinion. That's the first sign of a pattern we'll see all day.
It's down to the individual person, I believe.
Down to the individual person.
I don't know 100%.
No, that's cool, that's cool. No, that's cool. But also as well, as you know, this week you had the actual Commissioner that said to do with the actual thin blue line badge.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's right that it should actually be off or not?
I'm not going to give my opinion on that.
Okay, no worries, that's cool. As I said, it was just a couple of questions, just to sort of see, because at the end of the day, right, the public need a police force. They want to stand with a legit police force. They don't want a corrupt police force. Okay, and then when you look at what he actually said to do with what the American one is being used for and so on, that's why it's just interesting to see whether or not officers actually feel that way. Okay, no worries. Thank you very much for your time. All right, take it easy. I hope you're not out here all day. No worries, take it easy. Yeah, so guys, what I've also got as well is I've got 4 questions that I've typed up on some paper, and basically I will pull it out at some point just to sort of see whether or not I can engage with people's reactions. And just see what's what and how things are going. Okay, so you can see there the whole of the square is completely full.
The Auditor continues calmly, reminding viewers that the police are meant to stay apolitical, and that includes not promoting or suppressing one symbol over another. But clearly, something's off in how the policy is applied.
Right, so let's go over and sort of see them to do with these two coppers and sort of see what they say. So, yeah, let's have a look. Let's just see. Afternoon. Quick question for you. Okay. Now, as you know, Gay Pride was last week.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got Trans Pride this week.
Yeah.
Now, last week you actually had officers that had the.
He moves on to another pair of officers, same question, same silence. One admits, we haven't been briefed on it. Another says, some wear it, some don't. It's confusion, not clarity.
The rainbow that were actually on their collars. Okay, and I can see that none of you have actually got them on.
Some do.
Some do, okay. Is that by individual choice, or were you told that you can't wear them?
We haven't been told we can't wear them.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's individual choice. That's for the person to say themselves, isn't it?
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I haven't been given a full brief on it, to be honest with you.
Okay, and I can see as well, now I don't know if you've got it under that, okay, but as you know, the Commissioner made the actual statement to do with the actual thin blue line actual badge. Okay, now do you actually have one or not?
I don't personally.
Okay.
Others do, yeah.
So do you agree with what he said or not?
The Commissioner's made his statement. I'm not going to start having a conversation about the...
No, well, as you know, part of your actual policy, okay, is to be completely independent, okay, and not actually be associated with certain things. And under your policy, there's only four things that your uniform allows you to use for a badge.
Okay, so yeah.
So, and I just wanted to sort of see how you guys actually felt about that, because we all know what it means. We know what the thin
I
blue
think
line
everyone's
means.
got their own individual leanings towards it. And I think some individuals will want to wear it and others not, and that's down to them.
But do you feel that the way that some people look at it is they look at it as like almost like being like a gang badge, almost like similar to what the Commissioner said?
I don't know what other people think about it. I've not done a survey. I've not spoken to other people about it. Again, I'm not going to put words on people's mouths.
No. And I want you to.
Sir, we need to go and walk up this way and do some patrolling.
No worries. Thank you very much. Have a good day. All right, take it easy. So you can see there, even when you look at to do with the thin blue line badge, you can see that they're still completely closing it down. But then you heard the copper that they've got some off.
Meanwhile, the atmosphere around Trafalgar Square builds music, flags and energy everywhere. The contrast between open celebration and closed conversation couldn't be stronger.
That will be out here, that will have the back to front, ABC, whatever you want, colours on their shoulder. And however you look at it, is it right to do so, is it not? Now, you had Gay Pride last week, you got Trans Pride this week in London. Is there an actual straight parade for straight people? It's a bit mad when you look at it and the whole thing, that it comes around and it's like if you're straight now, okay, you're doing something wrong, which is absolutely bonkers. So I'll take a walk further around and I'll come back to you shortly. Alright, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to walk on a little bit more.
Next, the auditor shifts from police to public, asking one attendee about their flag and identity. It's calm, curious, and respectful, an honest exchange about expression and meaning.
You can see there. So, one of the interesting things is you've got all this going on at Trafalgar Square. What do you think old Nelson would say if he was still alive? Do you think he'd agree or disagree? So all I do is I will slowly sort of make my way around and see whether or not I can engage with anyone or not, and basically take it from there. And I think that's all I can do. So, and what you got is you got the whole thing completely full, and then they got the road all blocked off. So I'm just going to let that roll for a minute. So let's see whether or not they can tell me what this actual one stands for. So I have no idea, but I might as well ask. Hey, you alright?
Hi.
Quick question for you. I know there's so many different ones, okay, and they've all got their own meaning. What does this one mean?
This one specifically is the trans flag.
Okay.
So people who don't identify with the gender they were assigned to at birth.
Okay, and do you mind if I ask what gender you identify as? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Okay, that's your right.
Fine. Thank you. I suppose genderqueer. So that would be under the umbrella of what this represents. And that flag is like purple, light purple, white, and green. And you'll sometimes see a non-binary flag, which will be a purple, yellow, white, and black.
Yep.
And those are people who don't identify as girl or boy, somewhere in the middle or somewhere abstract outside of that, also under the umbrella of what the trans flag is.
No worries. Because I'm just trying to sort of figure out, okay, what each one actually does, and that's why I'm just sort of just chatting to people.
Yeah.
And as I say, whatever you decide to say, that's entirely up to you. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. That's your choice. Okay. But do you mind? Basically, I basically put a poll, and I've had 4 questions that people have actually asked me to ask.
Okay.
Okay. Would you be happy to actually go for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Now, just be aware, as I said, these are questions that people have actually put forward. Okay. To myself. Okay.
Yes.
So. Literally. So, if
my brother would like to stay out of the frame, if that's okay.
Okay, that's no worries. That's no worries.
It's up to you.
Yeah, just where you are now. Just where you are now. You're out. You're out of frame where you are.
Okay.
Okay. So, because you know, there's so many different things that are being said and being done and so on and so forth. So, I think it's good to always actually talk about whatever it is. And if you don't have a conversation, you're always going to come to a stalemate.
Yeah.
So people are sort of throwing loads of questions around, not just on one side, but on the other side as well. Okay? And it will just go back and forth. Okay?
Yeah.
He then reads his community's questions, including whether ideology should be taught to children. Notice how the speaker answers carefully, but avoids definitive statements. Again, a recurring theme. Opinions without clarity.
So the first one is it right for people to push their ideology on children?
I mean, no, absolutely not. And I feel that as people grow, they will find what resonates with them the most and what they will, find out about themselves. I mean, when people refer to trans people and their ideology, they think it's to do with.
Sorry, I know that figure doesn't help.
No, it can kind of be like led to hatred and misinformation, and that's ultimately what harms this community that we're here to stand with and support.
Okay, but would you then not class misinformation when you do actually have some people that, if you've actually got a trans woman, okay, that will go around and say that she got pregnant, okay, when biologically that just can't happen. It can't happen.
I mean, I've never heard that argument of there's some women who can't get pregnant, and whether they're trans or
but that's a medical condition. When it's biologically a woman, okay, and that happens, then that's a medical condition.
Yes.
Okay? But when you've actually got somebody that is a man and they transfer and they go over and become a trans woman,
right?
Okay, they don't have all the necessary parts to actually give birth.
so. That's not what being a woman is.
Yeah, but no, I'm not saying about. I didn't say about being a woman. I didn't say that. Okay? I said can a trans woman give birth? That's what I asked. I didn't ask about a woman. Okay, people can, to me, they can identify whatever they want. Okay, as long as people are happy, that's all the way that I do.
Right.
Okay, so it's just that question that people are actually asking. Okay, because it's gone back and forwards, and that's why I just wanted to know how you actually felt and whether or not you do believe that a trans woman can be pregnant or can get pregnant.
I don't think so, but I also don't think that's what being trans is.
Yep.
Like carrying a pregnancy through her, that's not really an issue here.
Yeah.
That's not something
But it's about somebody that's identifying as a trans woman.
Yeah.
Okay, but then also then saying that they can then do something that biologically is not possible.
I mean, I wouldn't know about that.
Okay, cool. That's cool. That's not a problem. Okay, so the next one. Okay, so when you look at myself, okay, with the way that things have sort of gone on and sort of gone round, okay, and when people have been trying to have a conversation like this, and I think to me it's all about being respectful.
When asked, can a trans woman be pregnant? The discussion goes quiet. Not hostility, just avoidance. And this is where the video shifts from debate to reflection.
That to me is the main thing. It's about being respectful. Okay? When people have tried to have a discussion, there's been loads of things that have come out, okay, saying about being homophobic and so on and so forth, right the way through. Even some people have even said racism. Okay? So when you actually look, me being a white straight male, okay, how do you actually see that, okay, to do with people actually identifying as trans and actually identifying as whatever they want to identify as? Okay, how do you actually see straight people? Because a name came up which was cis male,
Yeah.
okay, cis female.
Yes.
Okay, that was not there. So somebody tried to give me an actual identity, i.e. by saying cis male. When I'm not a cis male, I'm a male.
Well, you can be. Well, do you identify? So you were assigned male at birth.
Yep.
You were born, and the doctor said that you are a man.
Yep.
So that would make you cis.
Well, I got all the parts. Yep.
Yeah. So that would make you a cis man.
Yep. No, I'm not a
That's
cis
a-
man. I'm not a cis man.
Oh, you
I'm
are.
a male. I'm
That's
a male.
a label.
No, I'm a male.
That's a cis man.
But no.
Because you
because-
identify with the gender you were
when
assigned
you,
at birth.
So can you actually then tell me, okay, what is a woman? What is
What is
a
a
woman?
woman? Someone who
Yeah.
identifies as a woman.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure that it's not an adult female? If you actually look up the definition of it, it's an adult female.
Some adult females identify as women.
Okay, and it's the same as a male. Right?
Yeah.
It is a
male,
male.
you
A
identify
male
as a man.
is an adult male. Okay,
Yes.
not a cis. I'm not a cis.
We
anything.
gotta go.
No worries, that's cool. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that. So hopefully you guys got some of that, and you can see there was.
The auditor sums it up perfectly. If even those promoting change can't define it clearly, how can the public trust what's being pushed? It's not aggression, it's accountability.
Wasn't a straight answer that could come from that. It was sort of skirt all around the houses and not give a full explanation, even by saying to do with a trans woman saying about being pregnant. You could see that the conversation went completely off and was not completely willing to answer that complete question. And that's what's sad, because you've got people saying all of this, but then nothing's happening. So what I do is I will sort of make my way around a little bit further, and then I will see what's what. You got, guys, you can see there, so you got police liaison officer, so they should be up for actually talking to people. So let's see what they actually say and how things are. Afternoon, gents, how are you guys? Quick question for you, okay? I can see that a lot of officers haven't got the actual rainbow markings on their actual shoulder this week like they did for Pride last week. Okay. Do you know whether or not that was a choice or they were told not to wear it?
I have no clue, to be honest.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. But also as well, are you aware that the Met Commissioner, what he actually said regarding the thin blue line flag? Okay, about the Met.
I've been on annual leave.
Okay, about the Met can no longer actually wear it. Okay, now we all know what the thin blue line actually means. Okay, we all know what it means.
Later, he revisits another group of officers. Once again, no pride markings, no thin blue line, no answers. The irony speaks for itself.
Okay. I said, when the Met Commissioner, okay, only 2 days ago, said that, yeah.
If you go onto the website, you can see the police station.
No, I've already done that. But, yeah.
I'm not here to be if you've got a general question for the community.
Well, I do have a general question. Okay, so and that's the thing. While you're actually on duty, okay, I'm within my rights to actually engage with you.
Yeah, not for me to do. No, I'm not.
Okay, but I'm entitled to ask you questions.
Yeah, I'm just throwing you some media days.
Okay, but as I said, I don't need to do that. I've already done that.
Okay, but I'm referring you to
Yeah.
I can't, I'm not here to
Yeah, no. Okay, I just want to. Well, I just want to know. Do you agree with what the commissioner said or not?
I don't know what you want to
About the commissioner banning the thin blue line flag on your uniforms.
I haven't heard about that.
Okay. Well, it was only 2 days ago, and it's been everywhere since.
I was off today, so it's my first day.
Okay, no worries. That's cool. Okay. But how do you feel? Do you think he's right to ban it?
I have no physical opinion.
Okay, you got no physical opinion. But did you ever wear it or not? You didn't wear it. Okay, cool. No worries. That's cool. No worries. You two have a good day. All right. Take it easy. So, guys, you can see from there that it's very straight, very plain. They're all met now when you look, and now what, that's 5 or 6 that I've asked now, and not a single thin blue line flag on show, but also at the same time they are sort of making it that they don't know whether or not it's right or it's wrong. So yeah, absolutely insane. This is why I thought it might be a good way to actually come up, because I know.
So what did this prove? The public has questions. The police stay neutral or selectively silent. And somewhere in the middle lies the truth. What do you think? Is neutrality just convenience? Comment below, and if you believe in open dialogue, hit like, share and subscribe for more real audit breakdowns.
On several things, people have sort of talking about the whole ideology and everything else, but is it an ideology that's completely being pushed on people, pushed on children and so on and so forth? And I think this is what people have to be aware of and look at. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of sit up here and sort of see what's happening, all pushed on children and so on and so forth. And I think this is what people have to be aware of and look at. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of sit up here and sort of see what's happening.
Speak.